can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me,
Hey,
hope you're
you.
ready.
You need to watch this if you've ever felt completely drained after talking to someone. I believe you'll find this video incredibly interesting. It's all about energy vampires. Have you ever heard of them? They're kind of like characters from horror movies, but they are not. Instead, they drain your energy. Don't worry though, this isn't a horror movie. In this video, we will talk about who they are, how they affect us, and most importantly, how to protect ourselves from their draining effects. Think of yourself as having an internal battery full of energy. Energy vampires are like those annoying apps that drain your phone battery in the background, leaving you feeling tired and wiped out. Suddenly, you're exhausted, down, and not in the mood for anything. Welcome to the world of energy vampires. These are people who drain your energy. Let's learn how to protect ourselves from them. Get ready, because this is going to be fascinating. Let's jump in and learn more. Are they like real vampires with fangs and capes? Nope. Energy vampires are people who constantly demand your attention and leave you feeling tired and sad. They could be friends, family, classmates, or even coworkers. They don't fly around at night like a bat, but they can really bring your mood down. They don't mean any harm. Sometimes they don't even know they're doing it. Just like how we need to avoid sharp objects or hot stoves, we need to be careful around people who drain our energy. Why should you care about energy vampires? Because having your energy drained can make you feel just awful. It's like having a bad case of the blues. You might feel tired all the time, have trouble concentrating, or just not want to do the things you usually enjoy. That can really bring you down. The good news is there are easy ways to protect your energy from these sneaky energy stealers. Just like a superhero has a shield to protect them from danger, we can learn how to build an invisible shield to protect our own energy. Here are some simple tips to help you stay energized and keep your energy safe from energy vampires. How can you spot an energy vampire? They always crave attention and often make you feel bad. Don't worry, you don't need any special powers or gadgets. Just pay attention to how someone makes you feel. Energy vampires are like emotional chameleons. They can blend in with everyone else, but their actions leave you feeling drained and unhappy. Think about how you feel when you're around different people. Do you feel happy and energized after spending time with them, or do you feel tired and grumpy? If someone consistently leaves you feeling drained and negative, they might be an energy vampire. Now let's learn how to see them and understand their common behaviors. The attention seeker. Me, me, me. Energy vampires always talk about themselves. They constantly want to be the center of attention. They might talk loudly, interrupt others, or tell long, rambling stories that are all about them. It's like they have an invisible spotlight that follows them everywhere, and they want to make sure everyone is always looking at them. Imagine you're telling your friends about an interesting bug that you found. An attention seeker might jump in and say, "Oh, that reminds me of the time I saw a giant butterfly. It was huge, even bigger than my head." They might not even let you finish your story before they launch into their own. Let's see how they do it. Energy vampires love drama. They always create a scene. They thrive on drama and chaos. They might overreact to small problems, make a big deal out of little things, or always complain about how unfair life is. It's like they're always the star of their own soap opera. And Everyone else has to play a supporting role. Imagine you're playing a board game with an energy vampire. If they start losing, they might throw a tantrum, yell at everyone, and then call the game stupid before storming off. They're masters at turning even the smallest things into a huge dramatic production. Learn how to spot this type of behavior and protect your energy. The constant complainer. Is the glass half empty or half full? This age-old question is often used to gauge a person's outlook on life. Are they an optimist who sees the glass as half full or a pessimist who sees it as half empty? Energy vampires always see the bad side of things. Have you ever met someone who always finds the cloud in every silver lining? That's the constant complainer. These people focus on the negative parts of any situation, no matter how small. These energy vampires are experts at finding the negative in every situation. They drain the positivity out of the room, leaving everyone else feeling deflated and frustrated. It's almost as if they have a radar for anything that could possibly go wrong. They might complain about the weather, whether it's too hot, too cold, too rainy, or too dry. There's always something wrong with the forecast in their eyes. Their food is never cooked to their liking, too salty, too bland, too spicy, or just plain unappetizing. Even a gourmet meal can make them unhappy. Their gadgets, you name it, they'll find something to whine about. Whether it's a child complaining about their video games or an adult grumbling about their electronics, nothing seems to meet their standards. They'll find something to whine about. Their constant negativity can be contagious, spreading like a virus to those around them. Imagine you're having a picnic with a constant complainer. The setting is perfect, the company is great, but there's always that one person who finds something to gripe about. Even though the sun is shining, the birds are singing, and everything is perfect, they can't help but focus on the little problems. And the food is delicious, prepared with love and care, yet they still find faults. They might complain that a fly landed on their sandwich, turning a minor annoyance into a major issue. The grass is too itchy, making it impossible for them to sit comfortably and enjoy the moment. Or they wish they were at the park instead, always wanting something different, something better, never happy with the present. They just can't seem to find joy in anything. Their constant unhappiness can be exhausting for those around them, making it hard to enjoy even the simplest pleasures. But what if we could change our perspective? Instead of focusing on the negatives, let's try to see the positives. Life is too short to be always complaining. Let's choose to see the glass as half full and enjoy the beauty in every moment. Let's talk about the criticizer. These energy vampires are like walking, talking fault finders. They're always quick to highlight your mistakes, what you could have done better, or why their way is the only right way. It's like they have an endless list of faults to point out, and you're their favorite target. Imagine sharing your artwork with a criticizer. Instead of offering encouragement, they might say, "The colors are a bit off," or "My art teacher taught me to do it completely differently." They just can't resist adding their 2 cents, even if it means bringing you down. To handle this, set clear boundaries and stand your ground. Remember, you don't have to accept their negativity. So far, we've met people who drain our energy. They make us feel tired and upset. But why do they do this? What makes them take our energy? You might wonder, why do they act like this? Do they know they are making us tired? Or is there something else going on? Are they just being mean? It's easy to think that, but the truth is, it's often more complicated. Energy vampires often act this way because they have their own problems. They might be sad, scared, or hurt inside. These feelings can make them act in ways that affect others. Think of it like this: when we feel bad inside, it can spill out onto other people, like knocking over a glass of juice. Our messy feelings can make a mess for others. Hurt people hurt other people. Remember the energy battery we talked about? Everyone has one. This battery shows our emotional and mental energy, the fuel that keeps us going. Some people have full batteries and lots of energy. Others have low batteries and feel tired. When our batteries are full, we feel happy and ready to do things. But when our batteries are low, everything feels hard. Energy vampires often have low batteries. Instead of recharging their own batteries, they try to take energy from others. They might do this by seeking attention, causing drama, or just being around people with more energy. So, what can we do? Understanding why they act this way is the first step. Knowing they have their own problems helps us to be kind, but we still need to protect our own energy. We can keep our own energy batteries full by doing things we enjoy, spending time with happy people, and taking care of ourselves. This helps us handle energy vampires without feeling drained. We can also help energy vampires find ways to recharge their own batteries. Suggest they try mindfulness, exercise, or hobbies they like. This can help them need less energy from others. In the end, understanding why energy vampires act this way helps us deal with them better. It helps us protect our own energy while being kind. Remember, everyone has their own struggles, and a little understanding goes a long way. Let's take the insecure vampire, for example. Deep down, they might feel unsure of themselves and worry about what others think of them. To feel important, they might try to control conversations, show off, or put others down to make themselves feel more significant. Energy vampires seek validation and control. They want to feel important and will manipulate you to get what they want. They might interrupt others to brag about themselves or dismiss other people's ideas as silly or boring. This need to be the best at everything stems from a place of insecurity, a fear of not being good enough. Energy vampires crave attention and reassurance. They always need to be noticed. These individuals constantly need to be reassured. They might feel lonely, anxious, or scared of being alone. So they try to fill that void by constantly seeking validation and support from others. Imagine a person who constantly seeks approval from their friends, asking questions like, "Do you like my new shoes?" Or, "Am I your best friend?" They might follow their friends around constantly, feeling anxious when they're not the center of attention. This neediness stems from a place of insecurity and a fear of rejection. Learn how to handle this by setting clear boundaries and encouraging their independence. And let's not forget about the unhappy vampire. These energy vampires might be dealing with issues that you are unaware of, like sadness, anger, or frustration that they don't know how to deal with in healthy ways. So instead of finding ways to help themselves feel better, they unintentionally spread their negative energy onto others. Imagine a person who constantly complains about everything: the weather, their food, their electronics, their friends. They might make negative comments about others, gossip, or spread rumors. They might even try to ruin other people's fun by pointing out the downsides of everything. To protect yourself, set clear boundaries and limit your interactions with them. It's important to remember that even though energy vampires can be draining, it's not your fault if someone else is acting this way. You are not responsible for fixing their problems or making them happy. Just like you can't control the weather, you can't control someone else's behavior. Understanding why energy vampires act the way they do can help you protect yourself from their energy draining ways. It's like knowing that a bee sting hurts, so you're more careful around bees. You're not trying to hurt the bee, you're just trying to protect yourself. Setting boundaries and protecting your own energy is crucial, and that's exactly what we're going to learn more about in the next part of this video. Building your energy shield. Practical tips for protection. All right, now it's time to learn how to build your very own energy shield. This shield is invisible, but it's incredibly powerful at protecting you from those sneaky energy vampires. Don't worry though, it's not as complicated as building a rocket ship. Remember, just like we wear raincoats to protect us from the rain, we can use these strategies to protect ourselves from these energy drainers. The best part is that these strategies are easy peasy lemon squeezy. So let's get started, shall we? Setting boundaries. Learning to say no nicely. One of the most important things you can do to protect your energy is to learn how to set boundaries. Boundaries are essential for maintaining your mental and emotional well-being. They help you define what is acceptable and what is not, ensuring that you are treated with the respect you deserve. Boundaries are like invisible lines you draw around yourself to let others know what you will and won't accept. These lines are crucial in all aspects of life, whether it's at work, with friends, or even with family. They help you communicate your needs and expectations clearly. It's like saying, "This is my space and this is how I want to be treated." When you establish these boundaries, you are essentially teaching others how to treat you. This is an act of self-respect and self-care, and it empowers you to take control of your interactions. Sometimes, energy vampires might try to push your boundaries. These are individuals who drain your energy by constantly demanding your time and attention. They might not respect your limits and can leave you feeling exhausted and overwhelmed. They might ask you to do something you don't want to do, talk about things that make you uncomfortable, or even try to guilt trip you into spending time with them. It's important to recognize these tactics and understand that you have the right to say no. That's when it's time to use your superpower, saying no nicely. Saying no doesn't have to be harsh or rude. It can be done in a way that is firm, yet polite. This skill is invaluable in maintaining your boundaries and ensuring that your needs are met. You can say things like, "I'm not really in the mood for that right now," or "I need some time to myself." These phrases are simple yet effective in communicating your boundaries. They allow you to assert your needs without causing unnecessary conflict. Remember, it's okay to prioritize your well-being. Taking time for yourself is not selfish. It's necessary for your mental and emotional health. Engage in activities that rejuvenate you, whether it's reading a book, going for a walk, or simply relaxing at home. Reflecting on your boundaries regularly can also be helpful. Take some time to think about what is working and what isn't. Adjust your boundaries as needed to ensure they continue to serve you well. Communicating your boundaries to others is also crucial. Have open and honest conversations with those around you. Explain why these boundaries are important to you and how they help you maintain a healthy and balanced life. By learning to say no nicely and setting clear boundaries, you empower yourself to live a more fulfilling and balanced life. You gain control over your time and energy, allowing you to focus on what truly matters to you. So, embrace the power of saying no. It's a small word with a big impact. It can transform your relationships, boost your self esteem, and enhance your overall well being. Start practicing today and watch how it changes your life for the better. Limiting exposure. It's okay to take a break. Resting is important. Sometimes the best way to protect your energy from an energy vampire is to limit your exposure to them. Think of it like this. If you know a certain food gives you a stomach ache, you probably wouldn't eat a whole plate of it, right? You'd probably just have a little bit or avoid it altogether. The same goes for energy vampires. You don't have to be best friends with them or even spend all your time with them. Sometimes you need to step back and recharge your own energy. It's perfectly okay to take breaks, excuse yourself from conversations, or spend time with people who make you feel happy and energized. Learn how to take care of yourself and prioritize your well-being. Resting is essential for maintaining your energy and overall health. Recharging your batteries. Self-care to the rescue. Taking care of yourself is important. Do you remember that energy battery we talked about earlier? Well, just like any battery, your energy battery needs to be recharged regularly. If you're always around energy vampires, your battery will drain much faster. That's why it's crucial to practice self-care. Self-care is all about doing things that make you feel good, both physically and mentally. It's like giving yourself a big, warm hug from the inside out. Here are some self-care tips. Play your favorite game, read a good book, spend time in nature, listen to upbeat music, or cuddle with a pet. Spreading the positive vibes. Be an energy giver, not a taker. Now that you know how to protect yourself from energy vampires, let's learn how to give positive energy to others. Just like a candle can light other candles without losing its own flame, you can spread positivity and kindness without draining your own energy. Think about the things that make you feel happy and energized and share those things with others. You can compliment your friends, offer a listening ear, assist with tasks, or simply spread joy with your infectious laughter. Remember, the more positivity you put out into the world, the brighter it becomes. Wow, you guys have been amazing energy vampire hunters. Remember, protecting your energy is very important because it helps you feel your best. When you feel good, you can do all sorts of awesome things, like hanging out with friends, learning new skills, and just having fun. Think of it like this. If you're always around energy vampires, it's like trying to grow a flower in a dark room with no water. That flower is going to struggle to bloom and be its best self. But when you protect your energy and surround yourself with positivity, it's like giving that flower sunshine, water, and lots of love. Let's go over the important points again about energy vampires and how to protect ourselves. We discussed the different types of energy vampires: the attention seeker, the drama queen or king, the constant complainer, and the criticizer. They act the way they do because they might be struggling with their own issues, but that doesn't mean we have to let them drain our energy. Setting boundaries, limiting our exposure to energy vampires, practicing self care, and spreading positivity are crucial. Remember these essential tips. They're like your secret weapons against energy drainers. Keep them tucked away in your mind, ready to use whenever you need them. It's completely normal to feel a little nervous or unsure about your abilities at first. But trust me, you've got this. The more you practice and believe in yourself, the easier it will become to trust your abilities. You'll become a pro in no time. Building your self confidence is key. Remember, you are strong, you are capable, and you deserve to feel happy and energized. Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. Set boundaries and prioritize your own well being. You've got the power to create a positive and energizing space for yourself. So go out there and shine bright like a diamond. And remember that you are an energy superhero. Surround yourself with people who make you feel good, do things that bring you joy, and protect your positive energy from those who try to drain it. Celebrate your unique light and let it shine. Thanks for watching and stay energized. Remember to keep an open mind, stay positive, stay curious, and stay connected.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready.